starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys!
Hello and welcome to Virtual Afternoon Tea. Thanks for joining us today.
Unfortunately, when we live streamed earlier, it didn't record, so we're just going to recap everything for you now.
Yeah, okay, so this little sheet here lets you know how to participate and how to submit things into the challenges and maybe win a prize. So to find this sheet, you can head to our Facebook page or our Facebook group, and to submit your things to our competition, you need to join our Facebook group and then put them in the albums that we've made for each category. Now, when you do this stuff, you might choose one of the projects, in which case you will need to have a look at this sheet, which is also up. This is a sheet that gives you some information about copyright so that we can correctly credit the makers of the music that you're using in your videos. Please make sure you have a look. There are a few different ways that you can sort that out.
Okay, without further ado, our first category.
He's still asleep.
Hey, Jaden. Jay,
we're live.
Jay,
Wake up.
the camera's on, man.
Pop
We're
up.
live.
We're going to look at the memes now.
We're
You ready?
Okay, so yeah, our first category is memes.
Cool.
Wow, that's a good one.
Look at this.
I've always wondered how those birds stayed up there.
Yeah? Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, like when they start flying lower to the ground, it's kind of a bit worrying because they're kind of like in the path of cars. Actually, I think that's how a lot of roadkill happens. Their batteries must be running out, and then they like fly lower and lower and slower and slower.
And then they can't get out of the way in time and they get hit.
Yeah, that must be it. So definitely like the birds and the batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the next one.
Yep, next meme.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, this is classic.
Such a classic meme, but I love how they've added in the corona into that picture. Yes, as you can see, that corona is very dangerous.
Yes, it's very hazardous to your
Yeah,
health.
actually, sales have gone down in Corona beer by 30% in America.
Yeah, because you can totally get a virus from a beer.
Yeah. We have one more meme, I think. Oh, look at that.
That's a good one.
Classic. Mary Poppins with a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Who's that? Who's the other one?
I have no idea.
Oh, wait.
From Annie.
Oh, yeah. Miss
yeah.
Hannigan
Miss
from
Hannigan
Annie. I think that's probably definitely happening at a lot of households right now. And not just with parents, but just with people in general.
Pretty much.
Yes. What category
Okay.
do we have next?
Well, our next category is cute animal videos.
Oh, nice. This is one of my favorites.
Oh, that's a cute one.
Yeah.
And that's a corgi?
Corgi.
Corgi. I'm pretty sure it's corgi.
Like, Georgie, corgi, pudding and pie?
Oh, no. That's no.
No,
It's
not a corgi.
It's a dog. No.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a cute puppy.
It's a cute puppy,
We just
yeah.
call it a puppy.
So let's move on to our next video.
你也走。这下把拉就倒去了。来，拿手机，你们拿这边上来，来，过来，手机到这儿上，快来，这儿扫手机，快去，过来这儿，这儿扫手机哈，来，扫手机。他鼻子怎么这么大？我终于逃出来了。
Well, how cute was that?
Oops, sorry, working from home gear.
That was a cute one. I love it how like kind of similar to like little kids and their mom.
Yeah.
Always messing things up. I'm just cleaning up, then just mess it up again. Totally wasn't me when I was a kid.
There's popcorn in your hair.
Another reason.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I think we need a pet panda.
Yeah, oh yeah, that'd be great. Except they grow up, kind of like when you have a Labrador, they also grow up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright. We can handle the panda bear around the house.
Sure.
That could be your job.
Yeah, you can look after it. Yep, good plan.
Take it with me to work.
Well, that was a good one.
That was all that animal
Going
ones.
to our
Yeah.
next category. Or do we have another video?
No, that's it.
Are you sure about that?
Oh,
Let's see.
we have
One
one
more.
more. We do. This one is the winner for this week.
What you doing? Wanna go down? Can you go downstairs? Hey!
Wow, that's some excitement there.
Yeah, that's...
And off he goes.
Well, that's basically like our dog.
Yes, especially with glass
Yeah.
doors.
Oh, what? They're glass doors. You mean they're not just openings that you can just run
I
through?
know.
Who would have
I'm
thought?
surprised our stores are still intact. Anyway, our next category is fail videos. My personal favorite.
My personal least favorite.
I've always wanted to try that.
I don't think that we should try that.
Oh
Like,
man.
don't you think putting rubber bands around water so many times that it explodes is fun? That'd be so much fun.
Why are you getting that many rubber bands?
It's like playing Angry Birds, but with a watermelon. You don't know when it's gonna hit you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
man.
Let's look
Anyway,
at our
next
next
video.
one.
Mommy, close your eyes really hard and blow out the candles.
Now
it's-
this one
that
is
one-
gold.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame that we only saw this after Mum's birthday.
You know,
Done that.
there are more opportunities. There are more birthdays. There might be birthdays in your house with just the people in your house, not like extra
Other
people, because
Should we put
you're
that in
home.
as a bonus challenge?
Birthday submit a video.
If you can get a video of someone doing that, we'll give you
How many points?
20.
Oh, you reckon? No, 50 points.
Yeah.
That's
If you,
hard
I'll give you
Yeah,
50 points if you can get that on
so
camera.
convince someone that it is indeed their birthday, even if it's not, and get that on camera.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we have one more. Well, you could say that one went wrong.
I guess this is why emergency rooms exist.
That was already a prank, and then it became a worse prank.
Good thing he was wearing a helmet though. So
Yeah, how to get
Yeah,
concussion 101.
Yeah, make sure that if you want to drop things on people, that they are wearing a helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Now
have
we're
another
gonna move
category.
to vines. And no, not plants. These are short videos.
Yes, that don't necessarily come from the Vines.
No, they could be a
Website,
TikTok.
yeah.
They could be
Yeah.
the short video. But yeah, let's move on.
That's it.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Well, yes, it is Wednesday.
Yes, it is. That's a classic. That's such a classic.
Oh, man.
I love that one. All right, let's move on to our next one.
Adam!
Siblings 101.
That face you make when someone catches you doing something.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just remember that vaping does kill the cells inside your lungs. Take
Yep.
it seriously, guys.
It does smell nice
It
though.
is unhealthy. It's not really helping the cause here, man.
No.
It is
No,
bad for you and you should not do it.
Okay, what else
Anyway.
you got?
Llegó Lady. Del caso.
Usted yo en el mercadito. Venga, venga para acá. Pues si no le toca la mojada.
Coronavirus no. Coronavirus no. Yeah.
Well.
I reckon that's a great way to keep yourself sanitized.
Yep. You never know whether there's coronavirus right in your midst.
I think you should try it.
Yeah, no. I've already been home all day. Like, I haven't been out anywhere.
Anyway. Moving on to our next category, which is squeaky. If you can see it over there. Clean
It
jokes.
says squeaky clean jokes.
Squeaky clean jokes.
Yeah. Who has the jokes?
I don't know. Well, I know it's a joke, but like, I did let the dove in my room out the window.
The dove.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, like, I'll know that coronavirus has ended when it comes back to toilet paper in its beak.
Oh.
It's happened. It worked when Noah did it. Like, come on.
Do you wanna hear a real joke?
Yeah.
Quarantine.
Yes, so go. What's the joke?
Oh, you wouldn't get it. It's an inside joke.
Oh my.
That's terrible.
All right. Well, those are all the jokes we have for today.
So I guess we'll be moving on.
Here's something to twist your brain around and see how well you do. We now have our Mensa.
Man,
Now we're going to put this timer on. And whoever has the most correct at the end of this timer is going to win the points, and there will also be a runner-up. So do your best.
You know, wearing long sleeves inside for a warm day gets a bit hot under my collar.
Did you just give that away?
No,
Subtle there. Real subtle,
I
Zach.
guess you could say my head's in the sand.
Need to give more.
There's a fat chance of that.
But you know, now I've taken my jacket off, I can feel the temperature dropping.
Okay. Well, we'd usually give you a little bit more time, but these dolphins are pretty happy where they're at, so we're going to leave it there.
Those are whales.
They're dolphins, man.
They're whales.
No, how do you know the difference?
They're whales.
But they're like,
The tail's sideways.
So the same with a dolphin.
but it doesn't have like I don't actually
I
know.
know, the tail is
It
sideways.
doesn't have teeth.
The fin is really far back. The dorsal
You know what?
fin.
Well, now the
It's a whale.
time's up anyway, so let's move on.
Ta-da.
Haha, very funny. All right, what have we got next? We've got Play-Doh. Yeah. We're all very grown up here.
Mm-hmm.
We only use Play-Doh to model.
I haven't played Play-Doh for like 2 hours. I'm so mature, man.
Yes. Now, if you would like to participate in the Play-Doh modeling competition, you could either buy some Play-Doh from somewhere, get some Play-Doh from somewhere in your house, I don't know, you might already have Play-Doh. You could also order some Play-Doh online because you're not supposed to be going out. Or you can make your own Play-Doh, which is like the best option because like,
Super cheap.
yeah, it's also a good process.
I'll find activity.
It also
Yeah.
tastes much better if you make it yourself.
Yeah. So definitely, if you want the recipe for this, please send us a message and we can get that to you. The Play-Doh in this model, here we have a little guy on the side and he's quarantined in his house. He's a little bit lonely. He's got his can of food and his laptop.
And then on the other side, we have a hospital with a little dude on a stretcher. And notice how the people helping him have masks on.
Yes, they're not bigs. They are definitely masks.
And also note the color of the Play-Doh. It used to be green and red Play-Doh. We put it together and turned into a nice, lovely
Like
brown.
Like-
Mocha.
like
More of a
mocha or
yeah.
like
Very
bark.
refined. A very nice
yeah,
color.
like a nice wood finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
it's
smooth color.
Anyway.
yes. Well, we're going to keep going. We have something else for you. Just to give you an idea of what you might do, keep in mind that our theme is quarantine. Here is an example of a costume.
That's quarantine
I
costume.
can't imagine who that could be.
Yeah, no idea. It's a total random. We just found
Yeah.
someone who just happened to dress up in all this gear perfectly for this photo.
Anyway,
Yeah, continuing on.
we now have drawing.
Drawing. With the drawing, you can either do a drawing or you could do some other type of art. You could do a painting. I don't know what else you could do. You could do a sculpture. You could do a sketch.
I reckon.
Anyway,
we
let's
should
have a look
change-
at what
we
we've
should
got.
change drawing to art, but yeah.
Yeah. So here we have what's happening here. Oh,
Looks like that's a picture of quarantine. See how they've all got their own little space bubble?
yeah. Even the ball, but the dog is following.
Is that a bird?
While on
Is that a bird up there?
Yes, in a bubble, of course.
Nice. Oh, they haven't taped off that bench over there.
Well, now we only had one artwork to show you, so we thought we'd take you on a trip to the art gallery. The only problem being that no one is there, including the subjects in some of these paintings. So here
See.
we have the Mona Lisa.
Yep.
Yep.
We have to go now, Lisa. So she's gone.
She's
She's being
How
quarantined.
did you
She
make
had
that
to
work?
self-isolate.
Mona Lisa, really?
She's gone.
No, that was
She gone.
No, that was terrible.
She gone.
Okay, moving on. What else do we have in our gallery?
We have virtual supper.
Yes, as
See.
you can see, the food is there.
It's
But
exactly like our group.
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
I know it's just perfect. Like all the
Isn't
people.
that funny?
I'm sure they're all at home, like on their online call, just eating their food by themselves.
Yeah. And here we have
What's this painting called?
The princess something.
nice. Well,
Well, thank you,
None of
Calvin.
them are there anymore, so it doesn't matter, does it?
It's the empty room of princesses. This is
Oh,
the birth of Venus,
yes.
but now apparently she doesn't get born because of
Pretty
quarantine.
good that they're all gone.
Imagine missing your own birth.
I know, right? Imagine
Yeah,
missing your own birth.
missing your own birth. Wow, that's quite something. Do we have any more? Yeah,
there's no need to panic anymore.
yeah. Nothing crazy happening here. Just an empty raft in an empty storm. And what is this called?
The raft of Medusa.
Oh.
But Medusa doesn't own it anymore.
Well, no, because she's in quarantine.
Yeah. Do you have any more in our art gallery? No? Okay, well, thank you
We're
for
done.
traveling to the
Yeah.
art gallery with us. We do have a submission for this next
Yes,
category.
our first real submission by someone other than
Us.
other than us.
Or me.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So, have a look. This person has won 50 points.
For a
Dance.
Oh.
All right, that was really lovely. Yeah, so if you noticed at the bottom of the video, there was a little thing that said that the music was Acoustic Breeze from bensound.com. So that's just one of the websites on our list that you can use to get free music. Just make sure that you credit them properly, and then you can use their stuff to create your own things. Yeah.
That was very nice.
You can dance any style you want,
Any stuff, doesn't
as
matter.
long as it's clean.
And it also relates to the theme
Yes.
in
yes.
some way, even if it's a very vague way.
Yeah.
Oh, good one is the moonwalk for this coming week. Shh, I didn't say that.
He
You didn't
not
say that. You didn't hear
He
anything.
did not say
Or
that.
else.
But yes, it was very cool how Esther used the small space to show kind of being trapped in quarantine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to
Moving
our
on.
next category.
Which is
Oops.
parody.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we did not have any submissions for parody, so we put something together so that
Oh no, we did have one submission
we did.
by Benjamin Wu.
Well, yes, that was us putting it together to show them what you could do.
yeah,
So,
technically it was all of us.
yeah. Okay.
But it was
yeah.
still Benjamin Wu,
But
mainly.
in
Yeah, but it was all of us.
It's mainly Benjamin Wu.
Okay, in your parody, you could either just video yourself singing with your lyrics to the song. Make sure your lyrics are about the theme, or you can put together a bit of a slideshow like we've done.
Quarantine, baby, don't hug me no more. Baby, don't touch me no more. Quarantine. It's not fair. COVID-19 is in the air. So is school on? Is it off? Is it online? Quarantine. Dude, we can't shake hands no more. Quarantine. Grab toilet paper, that paper, quickly. Let's have fondue, this ain't much fun. Quarantine, baby, don't hug me no more. Quarantine, baby, don't touch me no more. Quarantine. 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 Baby, don't hug me no more. Don't touch me. I wanna go out and about, always alone, lonely. It's a pandemic, but I won't get sick. Quarantine. 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 Quarantine.
Wow.
That was a very interesting parody.
Dude, you're not Darth Vader.
I am not your father.
No, you're not our
You're most
father.
definitely not my father.
No, you are our brother. I can
Well,
touch you with this hand that's got a glove.
As you can see, We're all taking preventative measures.
1.5 meters at all times.
Yep, per coronavirus, you know.
This looks too much like something I should
So
be
you see,
doing.
they're wearing masks, plastic bags.
Well, we do all live together at home anyway, so not really much point, but yeah.
You know, I saw this one lady at the
Zach.
supermarket. She was wearing a snorkel.
A snorkel?
Yes, a snorkel.
I guess that works. Sort of. Not
Not really.
really.
Because, like, literally, imagine standing in line, someone's behind you and they're breathing towards you, and you're just sucking that through a pipe into your mouth.
True, I'm not sure your gift bag is much better.
Oh, no,
Sounds
this is
like what they do in the
100%
movies.
effective. There is no way that
Except
can
they're
get in.
facing
It
each
looks
other.
very celebratory, at least. It's brightening the mood for everyone.
Yes.
Coronavirus wouldn't
Yeah.
go.
Anyway, we're going to go to our next category, and that is
Dude,
a
use the
cooking
gift
video.
bag.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Also submitted by someone.
We don't know who. Guess you'll just have to
you'll
find out.
when you
Yeah.
see the video.
Dude, what are you doing?
Coronavirus. Hello everybody. Today we are cooking off survival foods. So we have year-old cup of soup. This one very good rice and canned goods which may or may not smell. We have an onion, taco seasoning, and the vegan favorite, cheese.
Terrible.
Shh, don't tell them. Alright, so first, turn on the stove, you heat up the pot, and you pop the rice in the pot. 3 cups of rice. So now I'm gonna put this in the rice while we cook it. Gonna put 2 of them in. And back to our rations, we have red kidney beans, corn kernels, and diced Italian tomatoes. Swam all the way from Italy. Actually, not sure we should use these considering the amount of coronavirus in Italy. Yeah. Onion, and as you can see, we have no meat. Well, we do.
Yogi.
Yogi.
Anyway,
We're not that Asian. Alright, so now I'm assuming I'm gonna do some chopping up. We'll fry the onions until they're nice and golden brown-ish. Yeah, just tip all of it in. Like an onion, I could just eat this as it is. Maybe not. No, definitely not. Although this would be a good idea for pasta sauce, so be sure on never mind, there's no pasta in the shops either. There's still one left. Still in there. There he is. So the kidney beans. Gonna add the corn in a second. Alrighty. be rice. Unless it's a cereal. In which case, no one likes it anyways. And there we go. They are very close. Yeah, just gotta use these cooking utensils to the best of your ability to try and mix it up. So that's done. Next up, now go to the next stage. Serving it out.
Now, what if it's not safe to eat?
You ate it because I made it.
No, like if it's not safe, maybe we shouldn't like eat it. Maybe we should test. Oh, how convenient. Maybe we should. Hey, you boys hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want some food?
Yeah.
We got some nice food here. So, try some.
Our first victims are as guests.
Well, that was a cool video.
Yeah. I think some of those people looked vaguely familiar, actually.
Yeah, I think I've eaten that chef soup before. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, that was a great quantity they made. I think, like, if you're by yourself, you could definitely make that quantity and you'd have food for the whole week.
And maybe more.
Yeah. Of course, if you have 8 people in your family, it's only going to last, like,
1 and
2
a
days.
bit.
yeah, like
One and a bit.
one and a bit meals. So, yeah. That's how much that makes.
Anyway, let's move on to our next category. Should be video.
Yeah. So, here we have the category of video, which we do not have an
We do
example
not
of.
have a video.
Because we would love to see your videos. Yes. Anyway, for the video, there are a few things you might do. The video is like a short drama, so you might want to do a monologue, or you might want to maybe do a popsicle stick theater, or you could
Sock puppets.
sock
Skit.
puppet.
Skit, yeah. You could just do a video of you doing stuff. You could do a Lego stop motion, any sort of stop motion really.
Yeah, you could stick eyes on various household items,
Yeah.
and they can be your
Basically,
characters.
any short video that's not in any of the other categories.
It has to have the storyline.
Well, yes, that's storyline and relate to the theme.
Yes.
But apart
Yes.
from that,
Okay.
all right. And then for our last category, we have the Do You Dare challenge. And let's see, the Do You Dare challenge is usually usually done by our leopard here.
Yeah.
Which is the only real piece of artwork on the wall that's worth anything. And as you can see, today's challenge, well, this week's Do You Dare, is to climb around a table or chair without touching the floor.
Yeah. Well,
And,
thank you, Leopard.
Do we have a submission for this, Calvin? Yes, we do. I wonder who that's by.
I can't imagine. Where did you get something for this? Thought we didn't have anything.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Must be some random.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go to the
Oh,
video.
let's have-
Ready to climb around the table?
Yep. So you're not allowed to touch the floor, right?
Yeah. Stuck.
You're not done yet.
Look, I'm on top.
All of you has to be on top.
Yeah. Last exercise?
You have to
I've
do
done
one.
it 3 weeks.
You have to do it again. We weren't recording.
Yeah, no, like, I'm doing it again. Well, I don't know who that was, but looks
He
like
did
it
end
keeps-
up doing it again.
Yeah, it looks like it keeps you fit.
Yeah, it's
Lot of
very good if you're
exercise.
stuck inside.
You can try it on more than one object.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
a bench, chair, table.
Just make sure it's
Sibling.
secure before you try and do that.
Otherwise, that could end badly for you.
Mm-hmm.
And we expect people to make submissions because we need them to make submissions. So we're counting on you. We want you to
Get
make
your
submissions.
submissions in.
We want to see.
That's the only
we
way
wanna
you get
see
points
all your
too.
creativity in all of these categories right here on the sheet. Go
You can
check
find
it out
us on our group and our page.
on
So
Facebook.
It's very
Yeah.
easy to get. So we expect you to do it.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
So
That brings us to the end of our activities.
yep.
And now we're going to do an announcement of the next theme.
The thing for next week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, look, the guitar.
It's a
It's an instrument I don't play. Let's do this. One, two, three, four.
Thanks for watching with us today. It's been a really nice day. So make sure you keep on watching this space.
And next we're gonna sing Amazing.
No, that wasn't what we agreed to. That was the wrong way.
It was?
Yeah.
Cause next week's theme is outer space.
You know there's a roof there, right?
We're just looking up for a fair.
Oh.
There's like space on the wall too anyway.
Well, that one's done by a great artist. I have no idea who that artist would be. Like the best artist I've ever seen.
Uh-huh. Yeah. We also have like, can you take the paper off too?
Very
Show them this tiny picture. It's a space cupcake.
So for your cooking video, you could do
You could make space
a space
cupcakes.
cupcake.
And then you can eat the space cupcakes, which is like the better part of doing that.
Don't forget to make a video of it.
Yeah, because you fit to make the video.
We want to see you making it. All right. Anyway, we're going to move on to our video and discussion time. Oh, we're taking the guitar away. All right. And our topic for today is life. Is this it?
Have a good day.
We're about to embark on the journey of a lifetime, and this adventure is going to take us all over the world as we hear stories and talk about ideas that you will never forget.
Alpha is a series of sessions designed to engage us in a conversation about some of life's most important questions. This isn't going to be a lecture where we do all the talking. It's a conversation. Everyone will have a chance to ask questions and share their thoughts.
We're so excited to go on this adventure with you. But before we go any further, I'm Jason and this is Ben, and we want to welcome you to Alpha. In every Alpha session, we're going to explore a different topic. We want to make you think about what you believe and help spark a conversation with the people around you.
So in each episode, there'll be 3 short breaks for discussion.
Yeah, we'll throw up a question, hear people from all over the world give an answer to it, and then give you a chance to discuss it together.
And our questions are just a starting point. You can take the conversation anywhere you want.
Some of them might take a little bit of thought, but others are just icebreaker questions. They're there to get the conversation going. Like for example, Ben, if you had 24 hours where you could do anything you wanted to, what would you do? Because I've already got some ideas.
Wait, could I bring friends?
As many as you want. We talking unlimited money?
Oh yeah, unlimited funds.
Unlimited funds.
I don't think this is a good idea.
It's a bad idea. Pick another one.
Okay, new idea.
I don't know. I'd play with a bunch of tigers. Okay, I'm just gonna spitball now.
Okay.
Thinking out of a helicopter.
Yeah.
In a snowmobile.
Okay.
Down a mountain.
Yeah. Off a cliff. Parachute.
Sticks the landing.
Man.
Blow some money on some clothes and then travel.
Skydive. Off top, skydive.
Grabbing all my family, grabbing all my friends. I'm buying a big island.
Just like rent out an island or something. I would be with a couple of buddies of mine in a yacht, be with some nice girls.
I would, first of all, buy a PS4 Pro.
Go to Disney World.
Bounce around to a couple of different art museums.
Well, I'm a fashion designer, so I'd probably want to do a show in Copenhagen or something. And then go party with a bunch of really popular fashion people.
If we had 24 hours,
We just
unlimited
eat.
money, we would just eat.
So this is where we would pause in our Zoom meeting and everyone would have a chance to give their ideas on this question. So maybe take this chance now to think about it. If you had 24 hours to do anything, what would you do? What would you do, Jay?
I don't know.
All right, we'll come back to you. What would you do?
Well, if I had 24 hours to do whatever I wanted, I'd go outside.
And
Be outside.
You have unlimited money.
Oh, you said that before. Still go outside. And
Buy a vaccine.
stuff outside. Yeah. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
maybe
What would you do, Michaela?
maybe get a helicopter,
A helicopter.
learn how to fly it, then fly it.
Cool. That sounds really
Alright,
safe. Yeah. I think I would go see a concert of some type. Maybe an opera. That would be interesting. Yeah. You got anything?
I think I would go to Dreamworld,
Okay.
the theme park, for a day.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, alright. So now if you would like to discuss this with our group, then you should definitely join our group.
Our live stream.
Yes, on our Zoom chat. And we would love to hear your answers. If you'd just like to send us a message with your thoughts on the stuff that's happening in these studies, we would also love to receive that.
Or you can just discuss it with people who may be watching the video with you.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. So
Good.
continue watching the video. Enjoy.
Life is busy. Tons of things happen in our lives every day. And in a 24-hour period, we ask ourselves so many different questions like, what should I eat? What should I wear? Or who should I hang out with? Sometimes we ask bigger questions like, what do I want to be when I grow up? Who will I marry? Or where will I live? But every once in a while, we ask ourselves those even bigger questions. Questions like, why am I here? What's my purpose? And is there more to life than this? The reality is, there aren't a lot of places we can go to explore life's biggest questions. So on Alpha, we want to create a space where we can talk about those kind of questions in a way that's open and honest.
In each session, Jason and I will look at a different topic, and we'll talk about it from a Christian perspective. Now, I know that just mentioning the word Christian may bring up a lot of questions, and you may be thinking, am I going to be the only one here who doesn't believe all this stuff, or who isn't a Christian?
Yeah, and if that's you, then you're in the right place because Alpha is specifically designed for people who wouldn't necessarily call themselves Christians.
I know for me, growing up, I wasn't very interested in church or Christianity. I just thought the whole thing was boring. I imagined old people singing old songs, reading from old books, and drinking tea together. I just never really imagined myself
I
as...
love tea. Sorry, you just mentioned tea, and then it popped to my mind that I tried this new iced, sweetened green tea, a little bit of lemonade in there.
That sounds delicious.
It's so refreshing, and
Did you get it here, or where?
I got it local. When I first really started thinking about Christianity, I wondered if the whole thing was even true. Like, are there any intelligent reasons to believe this stuff? And I guess also it just didn't seem to have any relevance in my life. I used to ask myself, like, how could a story about someone who lived 2,000 years ago on the other side of the world have anything to do with my life today?
I heard someone say that in each one of our hearts, it's like we have a happiness bucket that we're constantly trying to fill. It can sound like this. If I just had more money or nicer clothes or a new girlfriend, then I'd be happy.
Yeah, or if I just got better grades or knew all the right people or had like the perfect job, then my life would be totally complete. But the weird thing is, no matter how much stuff we try to fill our happiness buckets with, we're still left wanting. And as good as those things can be, we can't shake the feeling that there must be more to life than this.
It's like there's a void in each one of our hearts. There's this deeper, even spiritual hunger that we're all trying to satisfy.
Jesus Christ, who's the central figure in the Christian faith, said this. He said, "I am the bread of life." And it's as if he's saying, I'm the one who fills that void. I'm the one who satisfies that hunger.
When I was young, at the age of about 12, my mother had a major nervous breakdown, and she was hospitalized for extended periods of time. My father also struggled with alcoholism. I had two brothers, and we were basically left in many ways to raise ourselves. Those experiences marked me, and going to bed at night, I remember through my tears saying, "God, if you're there, I hate you." And I decided the childhood that I had was not going to be my life. At the age of 18, I committed to the idea of becoming a millionaire by the age of 30. So by the age of 35, the idea of being a millionaire had been achieved. I owned a company with over 500 employees. I had a beautiful home, beautiful wife, 2 kids. I could go where I want, when I wanted. I had way more money than I ever hoped for, but I wasn't happy. And I realized that there's still a deep darkness inside of me, a void. So now I'm forced into this really profound, deep journey, like what's life all about? I have epilepsy, and for some reason, I started having seizures more frequently. We have a lady who worked for us at that time in our home. Her name is Bonnie, and she was a very sweet lady, a Christian lady. Bonnie saw me after having a seizure one day, and she called my wife and she said that God had told her to come pray for me. And I said, well, I know it's not going to do any good, but I like Bonnie. So she prayed for us. And for some reason, I cried through that process. Didn't know why I was crying, but Bonnie left and we thanked her for coming over. So the next day, I saw a friend, a neighbor, who went to the same church Bonnie does. And I asked my friend, I said, hey, are you going to church tomorrow? And he says, yeah. I said, well, do you mind if I come with you? He says, sure. He was quite happy to bring me. So the next morning, we're standing in church together. And as the worship music begins, for some reason, I begin crying. And I'm doing everything in my power not to cry, but tears are running down my face. And in that moment, for the first time, God's love for me was so real. The reality that He loved me was nothing short of completely and totally mind-blowing. I worked hard and pursued wealth my whole adult life, trying to fill a profound emptiness inside of me, a darkness that I walked with every day, only to discover that emptiness could only ever be filled by a relationship with the living God.
Everyone experiences this longing in a different way. And some of us might not even feel that there is that deeper longing.
Yeah, I met a guy called Mark who said, it's like God has filled a void in my heart that I didn't even know I had until after it was filled. It wasn't until he experienced a relationship with God that he realized that it was the very thing his heart longed for. Because when you experience God's love, it changes everything. I heard it described in a song one time like, life goes from black and white to color all around. All is new. I could play the song if you want. I mean, I got it on my phone.
Yeah.
Play This Is Living by Hillsong Young and Free. Could you guys make it so they can hear it as well? You can? They're gonna.
Reason
coming home to see Mom cook some nice, delicious African foods.
I love food.
Food, mostly.
Gorditas.
Eating.
Oh man, marijuana, women, mainly music, women that smoke marijuana.
My cat. Her name's Gumbo. Being outdoors.
Animal. Honestly, music.
Time with family. Money.
Music makes me happy.
Animals. I guess you can't really like buy happiness, but you can buy things that make you happy, kind of. Shopping.
Being with her.
Coffee.
Oh, other people laughing. Like, that's just fun, isn't it? You, especially like people that have ridiculous laughs.
Yeah.
Now, some people's response to Christianity might be, well, that's great for you to believe this stuff, but it's not for me. But if you think about it, it's not actually a logical position, because if Christianity is true, then it's important to every one of us. And if it's not true, then it's not really great for me at all. The author C.S. Lewis put it like this: Christianity, if false, is of no importance, and if true, of infinite importance. The only thing it cannot be is moderately important.
C.S. Lewis was someone who had taken the time to examine the evidence, and he concluded that it's true. And he wasn't the only one either. In fact, many of the most influential scientists were Christians, like Newton, Kepler, Galileo, and Copernicus. And also some of the most respected scientists today, like Francis Collins, who was the director of the Human Genome Project, a project that mapped the entire human DNA.
Well, in the home where I grew up, faith was not something that was talked about very much. My father was a professor of drama, my mother a playwright. When I went to college and those discussions in the dorm late at night about religion began to occur, I had no particular reason to attach value to a faith system. It had never been something I was familiar with or had internalized at all. I ended up in the medical school curriculum sitting at the bedside of patients with diseases. And one afternoon, one of my patients, a wonderful elderly woman, much like a grandmother, who had very bad heart disease. She had a particularly bad episode of chest pain while I was with her. She got through it, and at the end of that, explained to me how her faith was the thing that helped her in that situation. And after she finished her own very personal description of that faith, she turned to me, and I had been silent, and she looked at me quizzically, and she said, "What do you believe, doctor?" And ultimately, I had to admit to myself that her question had made me realize that I had arrived at an answer to the most important issue that we humans ever deal with. Is there a God? And I had arrived there without ever really looking at the evidence. And I was supposed to be a scientist. If there's one thing scientists claim they do is to arrive at conclusions based upon evidence. And I hadn't taken the trouble to do that. I thought Christ was as much myth as history, and I realized after reading more about it, this was a historical figure upon which we have a great deal of evidence for his existence and his teachings, and even his rising from the dead in a literal way. I realized for the first time that one can come to belief on a rational basis, a journey that I thought would result in strengthening my atheism, but to my surprise, resulted in my conversion.
I've heard some people say that faith and science oppose each other. But actually, faith and science work together really well because they both answer different questions. They both offer explanations about the world that complement each other.
Science looks at how things work and describes the laws of the universe. Faith helps make sense of questions like, why do we exist? And what's the purpose of life? We'll let our friends Jazzy and Landry explain this a bit more.
Okay, so I had this cake that I just finished baking, and I want to give it to my friend, Landry. Now, if Landry was a scientist and examined the cake, he'd be able to tell you a lot about it, like what it was made of, how it was made, and maybe even when it was made. But he couldn't tell you everything. He couldn't tell you who made it, and more importantly, why it was made. Only the creator of the cake can do that. Only I can tell you I made that cake, and I can tell you why I made that cake. I made it for my friend Landry because he loves cake.
Thanks, Jazzy.
And it's the same with this universe. Only the creator can reveal who made this world and why it was made. And on Alpha, we're going to explore those questions of who and why.
That's what would I ask God?
How many other planets have intelligent life?
Probably how'd you do it?
How it all started.
What eternity looks like.
How much wood could a woodchuck hit? Well, no, okay. I don't know. I really don't know.
Why is there so much war? Who are you?
Would I be rich?
If we have free will, but you know what's going to happen, how does that work?
Why did you make life so tough for some people?
Where are you? That's probably what I would ask.
What is the meaning of life?
Is there something after now, this life here in the world? Is there something after that?
Are you the only one, or are there any more of you out there?
Why he created mosquitoes.
Why?
Why?
I mean, why, really?
One of the most significant things that Jesus said was, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
Yeah, when Jesus said, I am the way, he's saying, I am the way to a loving and lasting relationship with God. A relationship that fulfills that longing we all have to be loved and accepted.
When Jesus says, I am the truth, he's not just talking about head knowledge, like memorizing a list of facts about God. It's heart knowledge too. He's saying that truth is personal. You can know God personally.
Yeah, it's the difference between knowing facts about someone and actually knowing them. Imagine for a moment that I didn't know Ben personally, but I started following him on social media. I'd find out pretty quick that he's surprisingly tall. He's an unusually good dancer, and he's average at sports.
Well, you'd also find out he's handsome, he loves his grandma, he's a proud uncle and godfather. And
right. And even if I looked at every single one of Ben's posts, that would just be head knowledge. And that's way different than the personal experience of being friends with Ben for the past 15 years. And what Jesus is saying is that it's possible for us to know God like that, like we know a real friend. And understanding this, like realizing this about Christianity, changed everything for me. I used to think that Christianity had no relevance in my life, but now it's the opposite. Nothing has had a bigger impact on my life today than my relationship with God.
Lastly, Jesus says, I am the life. Ultimately, he's saying that he is the only one who can truly give you full life. Not that it'll all be easy, but that in him we find a life of meaning and fulfillment, a life without guilt or shame.
Yeah, we all know those feelings of guilt. Sometimes it's false guilt, like this one time when I thought I dented my brother's car, but then I found out later that it was...
I thought you did dent his car.
No, what I was saying, before you interrupted me, was that I thought I dented it, but then because I bumped the car, but then when I looked, it was, told my brother, I felt so bad, I told my brother Paul, and he's like, that scratch was there all along. Anyways, that was false guilt. But I also experienced real feelings of guilt, like we all do, because I do things that are wrong. But the wonderful news is that God loves us in spite of that. God came in the person of his son Jesus to die for you and for me. And on the cross, he took all of our guilt, everything we've ever done wrong, said wrong, or thought wrong, and he died in our place in order that we could be forgiven. And when we receive that forgiveness, we experience life, and life in all its fullness. And that's exactly what Jesus wants for you and for me. Life in all its fullness. Life at its very best.
I don't know what brought you out to Alpha today, but we want you to know that Alpha is a place where you can be yourself. No question is too complex or too simple. You can say what you really think, and feel free to challenge everything.
Today, Alpha is happening in cities all over the world, in over 60 languages and more than 150 countries. Millions of people are getting together with friends and exploring big questions about life, faith, and God. And we want to invite you to join us.
If you live to be 70 years old, on average, this is how you're going to spend your life. You're going to spend 20 years and 3 months asleep, 10 years and 5 months watching TV, 7 years and 6 months eating and drinking, 5 years and 9 months in some form of transportation, 18 months waiting in line, and 6 months at red lights. It's alarming to think that some of us will spend more time sitting at red lights than we will talking about important issues of life and faith.
You have approximately 570,000 hours left to live. And we want to invite you to spend less than 24 of them with us on Alpha. What time's our flight at?
6.
That's 5 hours from now. What would we do for 5 hours?
Well, guys, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video. So we really want to make sure you guys submit stuff because we need the submissions.
Yep, and you will win a prize. If you
Yep,
get a
there
lot
is
of
a prize,
points, there is a
and
prize. It is a real prize.
The thing is, this doesn't work without submissions, so we really need those.
Yes.
Also, with the discussions in our Alpha course, we won't be putting the discussions in the Zoom chat online because we want people to be able to express themselves freely and to be able to do that comfortably.
Yep.
But just feel free to discuss it by yourselves. And the whole reason that we're putting it up there is in case you miss one of our Zoom meetings. But
you can catch up on
yeah,
yeah.
it'd be
on the
really great if you
material.
could make it to our Zoom meetings because they're actually really, really good.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it's about forming friendships and just hanging out with some people because everybody's a bit lonely at home right now. Yeah. I think that's all.
Cool. That's all we have. So just remember the theme for next week
Is
space.
outer space. Outer.
Outer space.
We already established that that's the roof. So,
I like your face though.
all right, ready? All right, now we say goodbye.
Okay. Bye guys. See ya.
Bye.
And we're done.